Well, good evening, everyone. It is a Friday night here in Alberta, Canada. That's where I'm coming at you from. And it is also September the 6th already. It's amazing how quickly time flies. But you know what? Time flies when we're having fun. It is my pleasure to have been introduced to this just literally a couple months ago by Joni Budd, who I actually had not talked to whatsoever since 2009. But you know what? I was praying for a solution. I'm a kidney cancer survivor. I was struggling with having literally tore an ACL football injury, just cutting dogwoods out at the farm, and ended up with a blood clot behind that knee. And it went to my lung and affected my heart. So I was really struggling when I seen this opportunity. But I'll tell you what, you're going to find out from someone who has 24 years of experience in this industry, also has a marketing background. So we understand why she is so amazing at presenting and training and all of the things she does. Her name is Ricia Adair, Canadian, but living the dream in Mexico. And it is my pleasure to introduce her as a brand new senior officer to do this presentation with us. And she'll be introducing some really special guests here just in a bit. So definitely mute your line so we can have a nice clean call and enjoy. Take it away, Ricia.
Carol Roberts, thank you so much. You are the co-hostess with the mostest, and I really appreciate you managing the room for us tonight. And congratulations, Carol, on all your success being a vice president with our company. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the call. As Carol mentioned, I'm living in Mexico, Manzanillo, Mexico. Living the dream. Here we are with my beautiful property. It's a bit of a resort. We've got 3 villas in total, 2 for rentals, and we live on the upper 2 top floors there. And Manzanillo is really a beautiful place if you haven't been here yet. Well, you know, when I first decided to live this dream, we put our house on the market. And the day that we put it on the market was the day the market crashed. So as a result, when we finally sold 10 months later, the little bit that we got for our home was just enough to pay off the mortgages, pay off the outstanding lines of credit and everything else that goes with it, and to pay cash for our home here in Mexico. And it left us with a very, very small nest egg. But not to worry, we've got rentals, right? The best laid plans. Well, when we got here October 17th, the house had been unoccupied for about 5 months. And there's a lot of things when you have a house in the tropic that you discover, like concrete having a disease called salitre and melting away, corroding away. The pool pump breaks down, the faucet on the shower lands in your hand. There's so many things. And we had an army of tradesmen that were coming and going for 6 weeks solid, getting the property back in shape for our upcoming season. And our little nest egg just disappeared so darn fast. So that got my husband a little on the worried side because he's the kind of guy that likes to have that 5 figures in his checking account just to give him that sense of security. And I'm going, don't worry, honey, we're prosperous. Life is great. Well, in April, when that phone call came along, Chris and Joni had called us and they told me about the drops. And the reality is, I got fat. I don't know how it happened. Well, you know what? I'll tell you how it happened. It's 5 pounds a year. You do that for 10 years. And before you know it, you're packing an extra 50. That's how it happens. But at my age and with the hormone situation, even with all the stairs that I'm going up and down, enjoying the swimming pool, walking the beach, swimming in the ocean, it wasn't coming off. So I knew I needed some help. I said, yes, I'm going to do it. Mike had always said, never buy anything on the credit card that can't pay off next month. And now I'm down to my measly little pension. So I bought 2 boxes, just like the boy with the apple cart, one for me and one to sell. Well, I'm going to fast forward. I started to participate in the system of growth. You'll hear more about that during the presentation about posting on Facebook. And I was blown away at the return, the receiving, the reception basically that I got from these posts. And the first day, I hadn't even put a drop in my mouth. I had already sold 8 boxes. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see some products that will be outstanding, stellar products. And I'm excited to share that with you. I'll fast forward from not being able to buy more than 2 boxes on that one day in April. I am now the top 9 money earner in Canada. I'm so grateful for the success. And wow, like financially, I don't have to worry again. I'm back to dreaming, planning the trip to South Africa to see the Serengeti and so on. Life is good. And I'm really excited to share this with you. Before we get into the heart of the company here, let's talk about symptoms of hormonal imbalance. I had no idea that these all related back to our hormones: mood swings, low libido, headaches, hot flashes, acne, fatigue, weight gain, night sweats, food cravings, weight gain. All of it is due to symptoms of hormone imbalance. So I want you to look at this list and tick off how many boxes these would apply for you. And as we're going through the presentation, you might start to think of others that you know that suffer from these things as well. PartnerCo is a company that's been around for about 2 years, but with experience of decades. They pulled together and they bought, the two owners, they bought several brands, companies that were having trouble during the COVID years. They had a list of criteria that was critically important before they made a choice. It included doctor-produced products, scientifically backed, clean ingredients, and international presence, international infrastructure. And that's where PartnerCo came together, because they believe that we're partners. There's no division between corporate and the people in the field. Altogether, we are partners. We have over 100 products. I've tried several of them, and every single one is great. I've never been involved with a company that I actually feel the product. In so many other companies, I take it, I invest in it, and hope I don't get the next big flu or the next bad cold. And sometimes I did anyway. And I wonder, why did I just spend $200 on all these vitamins if I'm still getting sick? Well, these products are outstanding. They're stellar. They're here for healthy weight loss, strengthen your immune system, reduce inflammation, balance your hormones, collagen for healthier skin, gut health. We have one of the best probiotics in the nation, athletic performance. We have so many great products that I'd like to share with you. Very proud to introduce to you Dr. Ray Strand. He's a world-renowned doctor. He has written several best-selling books. He oversees the 215 plus published clinical studies with over 1,000 annual quality tests. Dr. Pina in the bottom right, he's a great doctor, globally recognized as well too. Dr. Crystal Vance is our Wellness Council president. We'll hear from her in a minute. Kristen White, an athlete on our athletic council, and Dr. Brett West, a leading foremost expert on the noni, the Tahitian noni. We have a global presence in 50 plus countries, which is very exciting for me because I live in Mexico, but most of my people I know are in Canada and some in the US. So simply means this: it's transparent, there's no bureaucracy, no licensing, no paperwork. If you have a friend in Italy that's interested in purchasing one of our products, all you do is go to the website, click on the Italian flag, you put the product in the shopping cart, you send them what we call a smart link. That person will land in Italy, clicking on it. The product will be delivered to them from the European office, and next Friday you receive your commission. It is that simple, and this way we can build a business without borders internationally. Our great products include the Lucem skincare line, the Skinscarity mask that many people know about, noni and collagen, which is a great product again for healthy skin, healthy hair, and our Tahitian noni, also a stellar product. And the noni is one of the most efficacious fruits in the world. Our product is stellar, and it will serve you for most every system in your body. Nutrify is an outstanding line of vitamins and nutritions. Again, I mentioned the probiotics, which is an exemplary example of probiotics. We've got the optimal products. The MOA is one product I'd like to brag a little about. It contains 36 superfoods, some very expensive ingredients actually. And this product is so good. When I first started, I asked a question to Ricia Adair, who's now become a good friend. He was on a 3-way call with me telling me about some of the products. And I mentioned to him that I had achy in my fingers and my toes. And he said, you got to get on the MOA. Well, I've been on the MOA for a month and a half, no more achy. My life is great. I have a little paper cut on my finger, and that's about it. So I'm really healthy, really happy to have found these products, and I'm going to say that I'm a customer for life. Let's go forward with the Slenderies. This is a line that many of us are intrigued about. The drops is probably the reason why you're here tonight, to learn more about the drops, but I'm going to hold you in suspense for a moment. First, talk about the Pure Nourish. That is our protein shake. It's a vegetable protein, not whey or soy, that many people are allergic to. It's 18 grams of nutrition. It's actually a meal replacement. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals. The Giving Greens, excellent. It tastes so well. Throw it in your shake, sprinkle your salad, cocoa, and we have the drops. Before we go forward, though, I want to talk to you about Renew. Renew is one of my favorite all-time products. I call it Fountain of Youth in a box. You take the little sachet, you put it in a half glass of water before you go to bed at night. And what's going to happen is going to land you in deep REM sleep. This product actually teaches your body to open its pathways to create more HGH, human growth hormone. It also reduces the cortisol production. So when you marry Renew with the drops, you're going to end up with an accelerated weight loss and also healthier because you'll be sleeping the best you've ever slept. And now the drops. If you use the drops, you're going to drop twice the weight than just diet alone. It's clinically proven, doctor recommended. It's been on the market for 12 years. There's over 1 million bottles sold. It's natural, safe, and effective. Stimulant, hormone-free. It's a homeopathic product, and it brings so many benefits, which I'd like to share with you now. It helps balance our hormones, and men, as you're listening, yes, you have hormones too. So there's radical things that go on in our bodies that we don't understand, and likely it's because of the hormone circus. It controls your appetite, eliminates sugar cravings, and I'm so grateful for that because I used to love my pies and ice cream and cream-filled buns and all those good things. Many people have said they don't get the achy in their head anymore. It certainly betters your sleep. Increased energy, which is going to help you feel younger, certainly helps with your digestive system. Many people going through stressful situations are on the drops and they coast right through it. You're completely balanced because it boosts your mood. Gone are the days that you walk through the door and you wonder, why am I in this room? Because the brain fog lifts, and I'm hearing that from many of my people that it lifts in like 2-3 days. Strengthens the immune system, reduces inflammation, clinically proven to support your thyroid, helps stabilize your blood sugar and lose weight in your entire body. It's called the Slenderies Body Balancing Drops. Many have nicknamed it the Skinny Drops. I call it my Magic Drops. So along with the drops, you're going to enjoy this approved food list. You're not going to go hungry. Tonight I had a stuffed spaghetti squash with all kinds of ground beef and peppers and onions and celery, and it was delicious. I don't go hungry on this program. Lots of proteins, vegetables, fruits. So basically what we put into our mouth got us into the trouble in the first place. Let's go back to a clean list of ingredients. This list was designed by a diabetes specialist to give to her patients to get them off the diabetes medicine and get them healthy again. And that's why we've married it up with our drops program. I want to insist for you, this is not a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. It's not a fad or a diet. So once you get into eating clean, 15-30 minutes a day of exercise, drink your water, you're going to find yourself feeling healthy every day. I'd like to introduce to you my friend Jane. She's in Victoria. Look at the difference in 6 weeks, 23 pounds. Look at how great she looks on the right. And every time I talk to her, she says, thank you, Ricia, I'm so grateful. Alan Schultz, on the left, you can see how he's getting a little on the chubby side, well, quite a bit actually. And on the right, there he is looking slim and younger. And I've noticed that people look younger when they lose weight. Dr. Crystal Vance, she's on our Wellness Council. She's lost 162 pounds. She's lost more than she actually weighs now, and that was several years ago. She's kept the weight off. Now, I'm getting pretty brave to stand in front of you tonight with my spandex on, but I want to bring your attention to the upper top right picture of my back where you see the love handles, the chubbiness, especially around the hips, the waist, and the back. Look at the same picture down below in 13 days. That's it, 13 days, the terrific distance or the difference. And I look at that picture on the left, and that was in February, and I wonder how in the heck did that happen? So I celebrate now. I'm down 30 pounds, several inches. I went from size 16 to size 8. I'm loaded with energy. I feel so young. I sleep so well, and I got my mojo back. Terry, 35 pounds down. Ashley, 20 pounds down. Athletes love our products as well, too, because they have hormones that get out of whack as well. Ashley here, no more night sweats, 15 pounds down, and Reese, 65 pounds down. People are really getting healthy again. And now what I'd like to do is open up the mic, coming all the way from California, Carrie Ann McCartney. We're going to stop the share so I can bring up my screen. Come on, Carrie Ann, and tell us your story about the drops.
Okay, all right. So I'm a little bit nervous, but thank you so much, Ricia. I really am happy to be here. And I'm living out here in California, and I am originally from New Zealand. And a lot of people say, you know, why did you leave the beautiful New Zealand? But I was on a one-way trip to London, and I stopped here in California, and I never left. But I've struggled with weight pretty much all of my life. But it was in my 40s and 50s, I guess, that I actually was my heaviest. And no matter how hard I worked out or how well I thought I was eating, I still would gain weight. And then about 5.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with a hormonal cancer. And so I had surgery, and so a lot of things changed at that particular time, and especially with my lifestyle. And so at that point, I really, really became conscious of anything that was on the end of my fork and I was taking into my body. And so a friend of mine introduced me to the company back in November, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to it until probably about March of this year. And I started to look at the products, and the thing that impressed me most was the fact that they were so clean. And all of the products were so clean. And I was really, really, it was important to me. So I actually started on the drops in April, and within about a few days, I really felt like different. I could feel that I just had more energy. I was sleeping deeper really, really quickly. And I noticed that the inflammation, because I got arthritis in my neck, I noticed that my inflammation was really starting to release itself. And at about 10 days into it, my friend started to notice. And after about 2 weeks, I had lost about 10 pounds. And then another 4 weeks later, I'd lost a total of about 20 pounds. So I was feeling really, really good. My clothes were feeling better. And I just really, really felt good, about the whole process. And so I've continued on. I've not stopped. I really, really want to keep going because I still have not quite reached my goal, but I have noticed that my cravings have been really reduced. In fact, they're pretty much disappeared. And I just feel really, really great. I love how the inflammation that I was experiencing in my body has pretty much gone. And I feel great.
Awesome. Congratulations. And what a difference in your picture as well, too. Carrie-Anne, you've also been using the system of growth. You've grabbed the opportunities so you can make some extra cash. How has that worked out for you?
It was good because I really didn't have the money to start when I started the business. And after, I noticed this change in me, and my friends were starting to notice the change in me, and they started asking me about it. I thought, well, okay, let me see if I can actually do this as a business. And so I actually started pre-selling all my boxes, and until I had the money. And then I started placing 10 boxes, orders of 10 packs. And so the first 10 pack was gone, and my phone was blowing up. My Facebook was blowing up. I would get texts from people who were asking me if I was hacked because of my posts that were on my Facebook page, because it was totally out of my wheelhouse is to post these pictures of people I didn't know. But it was really good, and it's been a really, really good experience. I've gotten to speak with a lot of people that I haven't spoken to for years, and people who have actually reached out to me that, yes, we're Facebook friends, but we're not really communicating with each other. But it's been really, really good, and I love the support of everybody on all the different teams. And my team is pretty much out of Australia, New Zealand, so they have a little different format of doing things. And so when we started doing the system of growth here, they started looking at it a little bit too, and kind of taking it to the next level. So it's been great.
Wonderful. Carrie-Anne, thank you so much, and congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
Now we're going to move on over to Alberta. Terry Davison, recently promoted senior team leader. Come on board, Terry, and tell us your story.
Thanks, Ricia. So my story, I've pretty much been overweight for the majority of my life, especially from my teen years on. I gained a huge amount of weight in the teen years and never really knew why. I found out when I was in my early 20s and trying to get pregnant that I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, which makes it very difficult to lose weight and very easy to gain weight. So that started my journey to try and get healthier, but doctors didn't understand it back then, especially. So there really wasn't much help. But so I've been struggling with my weight for a long time, and it just seemed to creep up every year. I lost a bunch of weight and like 100 pounds once, but I gained it back. But that was a very, a 500 calorie diet, right? It was when I was going to get married because I didn't want to be fat in my wedding pictures, but it came right back because once you start eating normally. So when Carol reached out to me, and thank you, Carol, I was skeptical at first because I've tried so many things that I say that you're gonna make you lose weight, but nothing ever really worked for me. But I eventually gave in and tried them, and I am so grateful because it's been life changing for me. um, I immediately started to lose inches, and the weight was starting to come off. But the one thing that I really noticed was all of a sudden I really started to feel better. I started to get more energy. Um, I'm diabetic, but metformin doesn't work for me, so I really wasn't taking it. So I know I started really paying attention to my blood sugar levels, and all of a sudden they were just going down, down, down. And now pretty much every day I get that little smiling face, and it's just really wonderful to see that I'm in range. And it's just crazy. And my blood pressure, I wasn't on high blood pressure medication or anything, but it was, it wasn't where we wanted it to be. But now it's down. Like this morning again, it was 117 over 66, and I'm like, whoa. Little things for me that are huge. I was at the point where I was really getting concerned. I was not on any medications. I'm very adamant about that, and I've always been very strong because I'm a farm girl, and I've always used to carrying things. But as you get older, everything gets right. Your bones aren't as good, and so on. And I was having trouble walking any distance or standing for very long, and everything was just a trial. I just didn't want to go anywhere and do anything. And I started to notice that my energy was coming back. Like I could walk to my car and it wasn't going, oh, it wasn't thinking about it. Climbing stairs, I used to have to pull myself up the stairs, and now I can walk upstairs. I have to hang on, but I can walk upstairs and I'm good. Um, and then people started noticing that I was looking different. Like I was my daughter said, Mom, you're perky these days. I said, yeah, I am. I'm perky, right? Like life is good again. It's starting to feel really good. So I've noticed a lot of really subtle little changes. Clothes. This top that I have on, I haven't been able to wear since 2017. I bought it when my daughter got married, was part of an ensemble, and I haven't been able to wear it because it's way too tight. And I'm sitting in here now, and it's actually loose even when I'm sitting down with my belly, and that's amazing for me. So I'm like Ricia, I'm going through my wardrobe and having little fashion shows every day to see what I can wear now, right? So it's just been really exciting and really a lot of fun. The drops have just been life-changing for me. Yeah.
Wow, what a great story. Thank you, Terry. What about Renew? Have you had an experience with Renew?
Yeah,
Tell us about
so
it.
so I've only been on the drops not quite 2 full months yet, and I've lost the 25 pounds and all these changes, and then I got Renew about 3 weeks ago now and started adding it, and my sleep was really good on the drops, but once I got Renew, I sleep so good. And the biggest thing I notice is I wake up in the morning and like I've always been a night hawk, right? Even as a kid. And I don't like to go to bed at night, and I certainly don't like to get up in the morning. And so with these IPA calls, right? Like they're at 8:15, which for most people is normal, right? Me, it's like, oh my goodness. But like I will set my alarm for 8 o'clock so I can get on the call at 8:15, but I'm awake at a quarter after 7:30 and going, okay, you don't have to get up yet, but that's what Renew has done for me. My sleep is like so good that even if I'm only getting 6 hours of sleep at night, I'm waking up and I'm going, okay, let's get on with my day. The odd time I may have to have a nap in the afternoon. I'm 66 and I stay at home, but I work from home. But the energy is just crazy. And I was at an appointment. I just have to tell you, I was at an appointment today getting acupuncture done. And when I lay on those tables, I've always had a hard time getting off them because I have back issues, and they usually have to help me sit up, right? And so I've seen this lady for a while, and she did the acupuncture treatments today, and she was done and said, okay, do you need help? And she turned around and I was already sitting up and getting off the table, and she looked at me and she goes like, wow. And I said, yeah, right, I know, like I don't need your help anymore, I'm good. I'm just like, okay, here I go. And she was just like amazed at the difference in in my energy and my presence and stuff like that and letting do. So I am so grateful, yeah, for this
Wow.
company and these drops and these products. Yeah,
Thank you for sharing with us, Terry. That's awesome. Certainly
thank you.
appreciate your stories. Every time I hear better and better and amazing stories of people that have just had their lives so greatly changed. And in my own circle, for my friends and my family, my team, they're constantly coming to me and saying thank you for introducing these products to them. So now you're probably wondering, how can I get these drops into my hot little hands? Well, number one, you could become a customer and buy retail. My thinking is, though, I'm a girl from Winnipeg, why would anyone want to buy retail? The Canada regular price is $232.50. You may be able to get it on sale at $197 through one of the brand partners. In the United States, it's $176, so you might be able to get it on sale anywhere from $150 up to about $165. Again, why would you want to buy retail when you can buy wholesale? So as a brand partner for $29.95 one-time US dollars, or in Canada, $37.95, you're able to open your own virtual business. You could also be a customer and buy wholesale with this option. But we're hearing from everybody that when they start posting, the Facebook pages just start smoking up. We give you everything you need, your replicated website, your back office. We got a great share app, great training, and we're going to teach you how to turn your drops into profits. Your retail profit is 30%, which is quite healthy. So that means your wholesale discount is 30%. I'll give you an example. In the United States, you can buy a 4-pack for $371. You're going to use one and sell the other 3. So basically, you're getting your drops for free. A 10-pack in the US is $879.95. Your unit cost is $88. So obviously, you're going to make a better profit margin by buying in bulk. In Canada, we like to buy our drops in 3-packs. They are $378 landed. That's $126 a box for you. Use one, sell 2. Depending on where you sell them at, it might be anywhere, or what level of price you sell them at, it might be anywhere from $16 profit all the way up to $87, because you're enjoying one of the boxes too, right? So we encourage everybody, it's not mandatory, but we do encourage you because we want to see you make $2,100 in your first 30 days. In the US, it's about $1,860, depending on your price point. So that in turn, you could tell people, I made $2,100 in my first month, and selling 30 boxes is easy. Like I said, I sold 8 boxes before a drop even went into my mouth. Let's talk about turning social media into profit. We have a system and it's already in place for you. It's like a filing system in the sky. It's called boards. Everything is in the boards. You download the app into your phone. Social media week 1, you've got the 14 testimonials in there because you're going to post twice a day. You can program your phone. We'll teach you how to do that. You've got the text scripts over on the top left. So when someone asks you questions about what are the ingredients, how much do they cost, what are they all about, all you have to do is copy and paste the answers and send it to them in Messenger. And you've got yourself a dialogue and everything is pre-written for you. If you can copy and paste, you can do this business. In the United States, buying the 10-pack is going to earn you about $500 minimum on a box of 10 in your profits. Now let's talk about sharing your hat and not only being a salesperson, but also engaging others to participate in this great opportunity as well. Business for Home magazine has actually compiled through several thousand top direct network marketing companies and voted us as the best, most generous compensation plan in the industry. So let's talk about how you can make money building a team. J. Paul Getty, I'd rather have 1% of myself than 1% of 100 people than 100% of myself. So first, you're going to activate your position with 200 points, so you're eligible to receive commissions. What? The big banner September promotion says you can activate with the 100 points. So when you're in a product business, there's always a point connection to every single product. Like a 3-pack in Canada is 150 points, right? So you buy your points and you're automatically activated. I did talk about having only 100-point activation in Canada, but I'm going to suggest, this is my highest recommendation, to buy a 3-pack. It's 150 points. It's $349, and you buy a box of Renew because those 2 products go so well tandem together. It's a total of 220 points or 508, and you're well on your way to qualifying. In the United States, you get to buy a 4-pack plus a box of Renew. It rings in at 476, and you have 278 points. And to keep your wholesale buying privileges and to earn team commissions, you would like to purchase 100 product at points every month, every 4 weeks to stay qualified for commissions. That's roughly about $200, $189. A lot of people buy drops so they can have more inventory and continue to sell, or they experiment with their different products, and you certainly want to get the Renew. I recommend the MOA. Oh heck, I just like them all. We are paid in 9 different ways. I'm going to go over this real quick. We're not going to explain every one in detail. I appreciate it's late. We already talked about 30% on the retail products. The new volume bonus, when Mary comes into your business and she buys 1,000 points worth of product, you're at the activated level with your 200 points, you would make $150, 15%. As you buy more product to increase your inventory, because as Terry had said, she just went through so many boxes, and Carrie Ann as well too, just flying through the boxes. You're going to buy more inventory and in turn enjoy retail profits. Your commission would jump to 20%, and we want everyone to get to the 30% commission level. Normally it takes 1,500 points, and that means that you're personally buying product, either your personal use or inventory, to continue rolling the product. And that adds up to 1,500 points and gets you to a lifetime position of the 30% pay scale, which is the highest pay scale in our company. Again, in the month of September, we have a power up to the next business level. You can arrive at ultimate at only 900 points. So it's a really, really great time to get started and accelerate your business and get into the high income earning. The base commissions is basically, we are rewarded for building the team. We're paid 15%. We'll explain it to you in a compensation video or get together with the person that invited you, but it's a very, very healthy way to get paid, because for every box sold in your business pretty well, you're getting a commission back. When those base commissions go over 15% in any given week, you're going to get a bonus, or let me back up here. When your base commissions go over $250 in any given week, you get a 15% bonus that is deposited into your savings account. And when it adds up to $10,000, you're going to get a call from the company, and next Friday you get your check deposited. 2 people were on our morning training call, and they had already been recognized for their $10,000 checks, and they'd only been in the business for 6 months. So ordinary people creating extraordinary lives. We have incentive trips that you can purchase with your lifestyle credits that you earn as you rank advance up through the ladder. The North America trip was recently to the Bahamas. This is a great company. You're going to be totally spoiled. You're going to earn a great income, and you're going to help a whole lot of people enjoy the drops and get healthier as well. Now I'd like to bring up the birthday girl and her husband to our stage tonight. Jerry and Allison Windham are from Ripley, Mississippi. They've been 3 years in the company. They're parents of 3, grandchildren of many. They are 64th ranked in the entire world and 32nd in North America. They've enjoyed great, great, great success. And thank you so much for being our guest speakers on tonight's call. Come along forward, Jerry and Allison, and tell us your story, how you got started, and tell us a bit about the ride.
You go.
Me go?
You go.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Ray. So that was
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It really was. We're 3 years. You know, I know a lot of people have hit milestones a lot quicker. We were slow turtles out of the gate, you might say. But it's been a fun and enjoyable, time. So about a little over 3 years ago, this is really your story more than anything, but
okay. Well, about 3 years ago, I was 195 pounds, 190 pounds. Don't want to push it. And I had all the things, high blood pressure, Hashimoto's. So I was tired all the time, acid reflux where I thought I was having a heart attack. And, at this time I'm 56.
Yeah.
And I just had no get up and go. I just felt terrible. And so anyway, I called a friend of mine who is a mutual friend of Todd's. We're all cousins. And she said, I said, I'm going to have the weight loss surgery. And she said, no, you're not. She said, you're going to try these products. Todd's here with me today. And he's coming to see you tomorrow. I said, okay, he's going to drive from Nashville. So he drove from Nashville to talk to us about the drops. And I got on the drops, and I lost 45 pounds doing the drops, and it changed my life. I'm able, like, I've been walking, I'm able to play with the babies. I'm off all my medication, and I just feel, I'm how old am I today? 59. I feel 39. I mean, 3 years ago, you couldn't have ever told me that. I would have thought, I would have never believed it if somebody said, Allison, you can feel good. And I do.
Wow. What a great story. And congratulations on your weight loss. And let me ask you, birthday girl, was it difficult for you
Oh, the plan
to lose
to
weight?
do,
Yeah.
it was at first, because I was not following the food plan right. I would not give up my Coke and my
Oh,
and my creamer and my coffee. And so one day we're at a conference, and Todd's sitting there with us, and I'm complaining, I'm not losing any weight. Da, da, da. He says, well, Allison, as long as you're drinking Coke, you're not gonna lose any weight. Never again did one touch my mouth. And now that's when I really lost the weight. Once I got off that sugar, once I stopped the sugar cravings went away, and I was able to lose weight.
right on. Good, good, good. Jerry, what about you? What's your favorite product?
My favorite product, I'm a big fan of the Renew. I really am. That really, I take the drops too, like you said in the thing. We have hormones too, and I really like the Accelerate. Those are really kind of gives me a little bump during the day, so I really like that. And what it's done for her. So we kind of got into that for that reason. And then when the Renew came out, I jumped the gun. I did. We bought our box at the conference, and
This is when we were in Utah.
yeah, Utah. It's
Yeah.
the first, hadn't been in long. First year, went to conference. They introduced this new product, and I'm like, I'm measuring myself. Oh yeah, this is me. Rewinding time. All this stuff's going through my mind. So we leave out of there. Hadn't eaten all day, so we stop at the first restaurant we get to.
It was a bar.
It was a bar. Had the bartender, do the shake thing, and he fixed me up a Renew right off the bat. So I took it, and then while he's doing that, I'm reading the label. It's like take it night. So I messed that up. But then we went out. We had a big time at the gala, and then we come back. Well, I took it then, so I took 2 that first day, and I don't think I woke up all night long. I think I drooled all night long, because when I woke up, the light, the sun was up, and I'm used to getting up like 3-4 times a night. That was just,
He did. He woke me up, and then I would never go back to sleep.
and I felt like
He'd go back to sleep.
a rotisserie chicken, in the bed, just all time. Every 30 minutes I was rotating. So the Renew for me has been just a lifesaver, and I really love all that part of it. But the best part really for me was the mental clarity, the remembering things I hadn't remembered in a long time, being able to snap math and do that stuff again like I was when I was in college. So it really, that's my favorite product.
And I love the
Love
Renew
it.
too, because if I miss my Renew, I don't sleep as good. And I'm mad at him because I didn't sleep as good.
Yeah, do not let me go to sleep.
Don't.
Wake me up, whatever. And
What a
there's
great story.
there's a lot of research being done with growth hormone and a lot of the neurologicals. My dad had Parkinson's, a couple aunts had Parkinson's. I worry about that in my future.
Well, actually, you did shake. He
I
used to
did.
shake. I
I
mean,
did.
just pretty bad.
I called it a central nervous tremor, Mr. Dr. Jerry, whatever, because I didn't want to say I had anything bad, right? And but once I started taking that, then
I would have to hold his arm.
yeah, I was sneaky. I'd brace my arm, and I'd do my mouth to my food. That way I didn't do this right here, because I couldn't hold it on the fork. It was noticeable.
It's very noticeable. He doesn't shake anymore.
Then I don't do that
At all.
anymore at all. I
What
really,
a
I
great
don't know
testimony.
how long it'll last, but for what I've got, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I tell
Wow.
everybody that deals with people, loved ones, that are seeing some of those early signs.
Get on the
Um,
Renew.
I mean, what do you got to lose? I mean,
And now it tastes good.
now it tastes good, so that's good.
Well, I've got the old formula in Mexico and I like the taste, so I can hardly wait to get to the US and try the new one. What a
You'll
great
be getting there
story.
soon.
So we talked about the system of growth. You've been in the company long enough that you were doing the business before the system of growth, and now you're doing it after the system of growth. So just share that with us, how your business has changed, and you've advanced to the 32nd money earner in North America in only 3 years. That's quite an accomplishment. Congratulations. Tell us about that.
Thank you. So, in the beginning, it was kind of like those old days, like a lot of y'all had a little network experience there.
It was just belly to belly.
Belly to
You-
belly. We were fortunate. I guess we did have a brick and mortar business. We've got several. So we stocked a little shelf over there, but we really concentrate on listening for our friends to, listen for the ask. Because everybody that's hurting, that needs something, they're asking for help. However they do it. It could be subtle little statements or whatever. So we would just listen for the ask. And we really wanted to help people because these drops helped us so much. We couldn't help but want to help other people. So that's kind of what started the whole thing. And we built slow, like I said, just onesies and twosies here and there, and wasn't having any luck with brand partners. Nobody wanted to do what we were doing, and we were trying to sell the transformation pack, a whole bunch of them. We didn't have just the posting system.
Yeah, back then we sold the transformation pack. We didn't do just the drops.
Right, because we wanted to get them activated, had to get them into all that kind of stuff. But people really want, what really started ramping up is when we started we saw all this evolve. It wasn't for nothing. We saw just, oh, they're doing some posting. Well, what are they doing? Kind of deal. So we saw every step of it, and it's really been amazing to see that.
And it's been a struggle for me because I'm not a big poster. I'm still a little bit in my head. So, but when I do post, I sell boxes.
Absolutely.
So I really try to do the 9 and 3, and I'll schedule those out, but then I forget. I hadn't done my posting. But putting the personal stuff in the middle, I try to put stuff in there with grandkids, just making it personal, because people want to see your life. They don't want to just see about the skinny drops. They want to know you. So I try to keep that as much as I can and get out of my head.
And so once we did that, then we really saw an acceleration. People really wanted to join for the discounts, and we got now more involved in the company. So our team has really took off and grown. I feel like it's to get to, and I was always amazed at how we kept climbing. And I'll be honest in telling you, Christmas of last year, we were at number 20 going into the last week of the year. And we bumped back to 21.
31.
Now we're 31.
32.
Yes, so it's been a slip, but it's really because, and we're watching y'all. This is all y'all now coming on, and y'all have taken this system of growth and y'all have just exploded with it. I'm pulling a bunch of dead weight with me. But we're trying to get those people really back engaged, and that's great to do that. But Ken always says it's easier to give birth than it is to wake the dead. So, try to keep that in mind too.
So tell us, how's your lifestyle changed in the last 3 years? You've got several weekly checks with a comma in it. How's that made a difference in your lives?
I'll just tell you, before this business, Jerry, his company went, I don't know how to say it right. We lost this company.
It's still there. I'm still working. I owned it. I did all it. I just can't pay myself anymore.
It was an internet company, and it was one of the largest in our area. And things changed with the government and that sort of thing. So we lost his income, which was a very nice income. So we're just living off my income. So 3 years ago, I was afraid my debit card wouldn't work at the grocery store. We had to ask, is there money in the bank?
Yeah, can I go by the store today?
Yeah,
so we can eat tonight?
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. We had food. Don't get me wrong, but if we wanted new food,
we didn't buy anything extra.
Yeah. Try not to, because So when Todd came and presented that, that was the third month of me not having a check. And so luckily I had other businesses and things we adjusted her salary a
had to
little bit,
hustle.
but yeah, then I went out and started another company, catering, and I was taking jobs that nobody else would take. I mean, I was taking those $15 jobs. Everybody else was a minimum of 25. So, but I was hustling dollars
And if
because I
you
needed it.
catering, if you've ever catered, it's hard work. Carrie, and I know, with doing Pampered Chef, it's hard
That's
work.
right. We did that, but it was, it was, if the products hadn't have been there, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
Mm-mm.
That allowed us to start getting some income. And then we also were able to start another flea market, because that's our main business. And then, then the money kept building here. So now, we're making as much money off Partner Co. as we are for our other businesses. So this is
It
our,
replaced his income
this year I'm on target to replace that full, 6-figure income.
And also, mind you, while we're doing all this stuff, I mean, I'm feeling awful. I don't have the energy to do it. I mean, I'm laying on the floor sometimes thinking I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, literally. I mean, we're in DC with our daughter, and she goes down to her knees, grabbing her chest, and people are wanting to call 911 to take her to the hospital. That's how bad, that was. But now, it's wow.
We're having fun. We're
got my
traveling.
girlfriend back too.
We're having a lot of fun.
So
Have you done any trips? Do you travel? Like to travel?
Well, we went to the Bahamas. We won the trip to the Bahamas, and that was great.
Congratulations.
I saw Marla was on here. She went with us as well. But, I think she's gone now. But that was a great trip. So I if you ever get an opportunity to go, do it.
Yeah,
it was a great trip.
Yes,
Tell
go with
everybody.
company.
Yeah.
And so,
Wow.
we travel around. We go to all the different conferences, like, go to Orlando, we go to Destin. And plus we're just traveling, going and doing meetings and different, just everywhere. It's like we're going someplace all the time. We bought a Tesla. So,
Don't cost nothing now. We're making money when we're rolling now. So
yeah.
so it's
Well,
pretty good.
congratulations. Your lives have changed drastically. This is so
Life is
wonderful.
good.
And yet enough money to buy your birthday cake, huh? Oh, no sugar. Forget that.
No cake. No cake. They
No
bought me some
cake.
earrings. Yes, I got my earrings today.
Oh, very pretty.
Yeah, at least he
Lovely. Good
surprised me.
taste, Jerry. Very
I'm
nice.
not good at buying presents either. And so
Well, Jerry
but I
and
did,
Allison, go ahead, Jerry.
I just did this time. I don't know why.
You both have been a delightful couple to interview. Thank you so much. And congratulations on your success. We're really excited to have you on board. We're going to wrap things up. Please stay on the line with us, and we're going to go forward and close her off for everybody. So you've heard from several testimonials tonight how our products are outstanding. There's definitely stellar high quality products, and they're making a difference in people's lives. As we went through the presentation, I asked you to consider which of these circles affect you. I also asked you to think about the people you know, your cousins, your girlfriends, your grandmother, your husband. Again, men have hormones too. And if you know at least 3 people that have any of these circles in their world, you can help them with this product. It's a natural product, no drugs in there, and they have a natural way of losing a lot of weight, going off meds, doing all kinds of great things to get themselves healthy again. I want to now thank my co-host, Carol Roberts. She's been amazing. I'd like to thank Carrie Ann and Terry for being my testimonials tonight, and special thanks to our guest speakers, Jerry and Allison Windham from Ripley, Mississippi. Thank you, everybody, for being part of this event. This call has been recorded, so the recording will be available to you. I wanted to say thank you again and good night.